So recently I played the game called Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and yeah, it was a really good game. Some would say it is the best Star Wars game ever. But since then it is still written on my list of videos that I want to recreate a mission from the actual game in LEGO, and today I guess it is the right time. So it's been a while since I started to think about this project. I even made the custom minifig for Call like 7 months ago. In the very beginning of building, I was really skeptical about making the rock work. The rock work is basically like every other technique. You simply use slopes of any size like 1x1s, 2x3s to give the certain area the look of rock. I've already used rock work once in the past and well, it didn't look so good, so for this reason I was skeptical. And now to make sure it will look the way I want, I had to think about every single piece I added, and honestly it's been worth it. You guys know I really love using minifigures in my builds, and actually without minifigures this build wouldn't look Star Wars themed. Well, I'll just put them away, and now it's a random landscape and a random waterfall. Speaking of the waterfall, I recently built water a ton in Desert Island MOC, so I get some knowledge about the techniques. Like you can notice there isn't any normal brick, I use transparent only. Another thing, if you look down the waterfall at the bottom, so there aren't many blue bricks but the white ones to make the foam effect, like when water hits the rock, and the whole water part I think is pretty realistic and I had a lot of fun building it. Returning to the minifigures, as I mentioned, here's the Call, the main character. I literally set him jumping from the rock while fighting with other troops, so I just had a couple of these positioning pieces that LEGO made exactly for this purpose, like to make minifigures pose in the air. Now I can't forget about Stormtroopers, which are my favorite characters of the saga, and their aiming in the movies is something like me playing Counter-Strike. And I wanted to include this rebel unit from the Moon of Endor, but I didn't find more space to do that, cause the build is freaking small. Which may be on the other hand a good thing, cause as I said in the mentioned Desert Island video, building too big isn't the way you wanna go for, and I want you to remember that. Try to always focus smaller and more detailed instead of start to build gigantic and ambitious project you'll realize you cannot ever accomplish because your collection is not able to. First of all, it would take like too much time, so you can be like demotivated and also maybe bored of building with LEGO. And why I personally started making these videos is that because I found me entertained and satisfied when I just make some free time when I can build my LEGO. I also love making videos, so I match these two hobbies into the content you're currently watching. I could have written a whole essay about this, but I mean this video is about MOC. So let's check out our cool things this includes. Such as the little droid, Cal always carries it on his back, its name is BD1, and I had a lot of fun while trying to invent this tiny design that's connected just on this neckwear bracket. Really cute, I must say. What is Cal doing? That's the question, cause he's jumping from the rock to nothing, he's jumping to nothing. But that's not fully true, and if you look right in the middle of the build, you can notice it's not completely together. Well, the whole build is basically two platforms, those are connected. I use pretty much the same technique as builders use for modulars. I added these technique to hold bricks. It is really important to make sure there are two holes in each platform, cause if there would be only one, the build would rotate. We're not building a carousel, so yeah. Now finally I fit the technique pins in, and that's it, that's all I wanted to say. After all, I think it's tiny but pretty sick looking build. Let me know in comments if you like it or not, and I definitely want to make more Star Wars videos in the future, maybe some 10 ideas list, we'll see. What I've been planning for this month December are like 2 videos, and one of them is actually a holiday special video. But until then you can follow the MaceBricks Instagram, you can also like and subscribe, which would be a huge support as well. Thank you guys for watching, be creative, and see you in the next one. Bye! Hey, what's up man? What are you doing?